Alright guys, today we have something special for you guys. We came to visit our good friends at Action Clutch and we brought the 2023 Integra and we're gonna make a clutch kit for this. So let's go inside and let's get this done.
How can I help you?
We need a clutch. You know, I got that car over there. I don't know what it is. I don't know what year it is. I don't know what it has, but I need a clutch for it.
Yeah, looks like an Integra.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we got everything. We got a full line for it. We have retrofit kit for the Type R clutch of stage 1 through Ironman with the chromoly flywheel, aluminum flywheel, and twin and triple disc.
I want a triple disc. I want that one.
Need triple. How much power do you need? Stock.
Stock.
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I want it. No.
I don't care what you say. I want it.
No.
No?
No.
This is 90% of the conversations that happen here. Besides that little sketch, but yeah, no. Some of you guys need to stop asking for triple disc.
Yes.
Cool. So, where are we at, Matt? What is this?
It's the workshop.
The workshop, right? Where the magic happens.
All the magic happens. Build every kit, in and out. Yeah. And we laser engrave everything right here.
Which we're gonna use in a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have something special. The nice twin disc that we use in our 10th gen SI. That's been, you know.
Long gone.
No. We still have it. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's there. It's working. But yeah, this is the East LA location, right?
That's right.
Right. And then yeah, so as you guys can see, they are hard at work getting all these clutches made, shipped out. Tons of twin discs for all those K series guys. Tons of flywheels, and today we have something special. We're actually gonna make a clutch kit for the Integra, right?
Yes, we are.
Well, I think it's already made, but
Yes.
all right, Matt. So today we actually are here to give a little bit of an insight on what's the correct clutch kit to use.
Yeah.
These new cars, as you know, are a little shitty, and the viewers know that they're gonna need to replace their clutches.
Yeah.
Because we've already tested the 11th gen, we've tested the 10th gens. The Type R is actually pretty good. The Accord's not so good.
Yeah.
We've tested that. So we're finally gonna make something for the new Integra, which we've actually already have a kit for it. But since we're special, we're gonna make something a little bit different this time. Run a different clutch setup. As me and Matt were talking, we were gonna shoot the video for the first one, but some stuff happened scheduling wise, so we just weren't able to do it. So now we're gonna do it with our car. And shout out to Micah for letting us use his car as a prototype car, I guess, a test car. But you guys have a kit now, and it's available on the Action Clutch website. I don't know if it is yet, but it is. So cool. So now I'm a guy coming in here completely stock, and I want a clutch replacement because I just burnt my stock clutch.
Oh.
What are we looking for here?
Stage 1.
Stage one.
Stage 1 is what you need. I know the factory clutches are essentially made out of cardboard. They don't really hold up even to factory power. So, you know, our stage 1 organic material is definitely going to be far superior. It has copper and Kevlar in it for longevity and more bite. And that is going to be a far superior upgrade over factory.
So what's the biggest benefit, which I know people are going to be like, well, why should I choose you guys instead of saying, you know, so-and-so, right? What makes you guys different?
Well, I mean, as you can see, we build all of these here. So
it's made in America.
That's the first thing. Second part is our patented spring retainers that are fully enclosed. So a lot of you track guys are probably familiar with springs popping out of your clutch discs.
Yep.
And we have never had a problem with that.
So because you guys cover the springs,
Yes.
it actually helps longevity, correct?
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Because then you don't have a spring popping out that's going to destroy your entire clutch kit, potentially your engine and your transmission.
So see? So
common with the S2000s.
Yeah, very common.
yeah, S1000 common. So guys are a stage 1, and that would be basically an OEM replacement, but with a little bit of extra grip, right?
I would probably say it's an OEM plus.
Feel.
It's more of an OEM plus upgrade. You're going to get about the same longevity as you would from an OEM clutch, just not the 1.5 stock clutch, because I've seen those go within 2,000 miles.
Yeah, they're really bad.
But a typical Honda clutch that'll get you 80 to 100,000 miles, no problem. Pretty much what you'll see with that kit. The pedal feel is going to be very similar to OEM. It might be slightly heavier just because we have a little bit more
15, 20% maybe?
I would say less than that.
Less,
5
okay.
to 10% on the stage 1 kit.
Okay.
It's not going to be very noticeable at all.
Okay, so my other question is, I get this asked all the time by our customers, why shouldn't I just buy a stage 2?
So stage 2, that's a clutch that I usually recommend for very specific applications, right? So this clutch is going to be perfect if you have a daily driver that you want even more longevity out of the clutch. It's going to have more torque holding capacity, and it's just, honestly, this is my favorite clutch, right? But some people will buy it and they want a drift car, and if you put too much heat into this friction material, it'll glaze over and pretty much just slip on you and you'll have nothing. So this is perfect for daily drivers, you know, canyon carving, some light time attack, not like 10, 15 minute sessions at a time, but you know, 5 to 10 minute sessions maybe would be.
So you're kind of cutting it with a time attack.
Yeah, so if it's light time attack and it's just like, for example,
Spirited driving, better to say.
yes,
Okay.
spirited driving.
So,
No
but
drag racing,
no drag racing,
no clutch dumping. All of that's going to put a lot of heat into
so for
it.
basically your daily driver who does some light spirited driving here and there,
Yes.
but definitely the biggest problem with these for people is that they don't do the correct break-in.
Yes. So specifically with the Kevlar, this is the highest mileage break-in kit that we offer. This is 1,000 miles to break it in
Minimum,
properly.
right?
Correct. I always recommend more, but you know, 1,000 miles will ensure that this is properly broken in and you're going to have an even mating surface. If you don't break it in, what's going to happen is only maybe this outer ridge is going to make contact with the pressure plate and the flywheel, and it's going to slip, because if you think about it, this is what, 20% of the entire friction surface. So if you are only making 10% contact, it's only going to hold 10% of what it's capable of holding.
Total.
Exactly, and then all that heat is getting transmitted just through that small area.
So it'll glaze this rather than the entire.
Correct. This will usually look a little bit dirty, but out here it'll be very dark and glazed.
Like slicked, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's when you're getting slippage, what the people say.
Exactly.
You see your RPMs go up and down, and you know, you're not catching. You can't put it into the power.
Yeah, exactly.
So this clutch is really good under the right conditions, under the right driver.
Correct.
Correct. So see, now you guys, that's something else I've answered. But now let's move into the 3 and 4, which is now completely different from 1 and 2. 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is a lot different than 1 and 2.
Correct.
So I know for sure a lot of people know that the paste or the puck itself is the same between both.
Correct.
But what is the biggest key difference between 3 and 4?
Key difference is the hub. So stage 3, you're gonna have a sprung hub, which always way more comfortable to drive. You're gonna have a lot more forgiveness. It's not gonna be as aggressive. And then we have for stage 4 our solid or rigid hub, which literally no springs. It's
Pretty
very
much
aggressive. It's very on-off, not very forgiving. Stage 4, any rigid kits, we do not recommend for any use other than strictly racing. So if the car ever sees any traffic, ever sees any street miles, go with the sprung.
It's going to be very harsh.
It's going to protect your input shaft. It's going to protect your lifespan of the clutch. It's also going to potentially save up a lot more money on other things that you can break.
So here's we're going to answer a lot of questions today. One of the biggest ones is people always tell me, oh, well, if it's the same price, why don't I get the 4? And I'm like, well, it's not really recommended unless you're, like Matt said, you're doing a lot of track driving. And honestly, having the springs, even on track, is such a key point, especially when tracking, because you can break that trans. That L15 trans is glass. So having that spring to absorb a lot of that shock could be the key difference between not having a 4th gear and then driving home that day.
Yeah.
So we don't recommend the 4. And then same aspect, the 6 is the same way, right? Correct?
Correct, yeah. So the stage 5 and the stage 6 is essentially the same premise between the 3 and the 4. The only difference is it's going to be a much heavier pressure plate. So pedal feel will go up, but the only reason is you're getting more clamping force. So with the additional clamping force, you're going to get a higher torque holding capacity, and you know, if you're making the power, it's the sacrifice you have to make at least until you move into a multi-disc kit and can run a hydro bearing. And
but you know, a lot of these guys are never gonna get there. But we will show it so you guys know what we're talking about. But yeah, the 5 and 6 disc wise is gonna look identical to this. Like, but what Matt said, the majority of the gain is gonna be on the pressure plate, correct?
Yes, and even then, so even for people that have a dedicated race car, they don't drive it on the street, I still always recommend sprung.
Yeah.
I always recommend sprung because that is going to give them the most protection, and it's also going to make it a lot easier just on the short drive to the track from the pits. Little things like that, it makes a massive difference.
Yeah. So just to recap, so we have the one which is here, a full face material. Stage 2, which is a Kevlar full face material. And then we have the stage 3, which is sprung. Stage 4, which is rigid. And then same thing, 5 is going to be sprung. 6 is going to be rigid. We honestly don't recommend rigid for any of you daily drivers, but now that we're going through all of that, let's talk some numbers. What are we talking about torque capacity with this?
You're definitely going to see on stage 1, you're going to get about 25 to 50% more holding capacity over the factory.
240-ish?
So for the L15, you're going to see, about 250-ish,
max,
275, somewhere in that range. You're going to be fine. If you still want to stay with an organic disc, what we can do is what we call our heavy duty stage 1, or our 2OS, which is our heavy duty pressure plate with an organic disc, and you're going to get a lot more torque holding capacity. So you'd be looking at 350 to 370 roughly. So it'll be full bolt-ons in the 85 stock turbo. You'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, so in horsepower numbers, we're talking 280.
Yeah.
280 horsepower, which is what most of you guys are gonna understand. So our stage 1 heavy duty is our most sold actually. So that's what most of our guys run daily. They can get some highway pulls. I wouldn't recommend that for tracking. Then we would move into the stage 3 at that point. So what do you call this, Matt?
We call this a retro. So this is our take and improvement on a product that's already on the market. So our flywheel is going to have it's going to be single piece chromoly steel. It's no welded ring gear, it's all one piece. So it's going to be a lot more structural, especially under those track miles and aggressive driving. This is going to allow you to run an FK8 Type R clutch kit. So you can run OEM, you can run our stage 1, stage 2 and up. All will fit.
Everything fits on this.
Everything fits.
So what are we talking about in weight?
I believe it was about 22 pounds or 19 pounds.
The OEM was 19.
Yeah. I mean, let's throw it on the scale.
Let's see what we got here.
Figure it out. Right.
And then we are going to be measuring or weighing it with our boat spacer, correct?
Yes.
So, as you guys can see, 19 pounds flat.
19.
Wow, that's exactly like OEM, huh?
Yes, it is. You don't have to worry about any misfires or any issues like that have been happening on all the newer
cars, right?
Hondas running a lightweight flywheel.
So that's really close. I know some of the other line is slightly less, right?
Yes, the other line is a little bit lighter. I believe it's 18 pounds, but again, it's not light enough to trigger any
sensors or anything like that. Correct. So that was a big question I had too, is will I get a check engine light for misfiring?
You will not. No.
Okay, so see, there you guys have it. This new kit is gonna be the Type R Retro, and let's start building the other one. Let's see what the kit we're gonna end up using. Probably seeing how it goes.
No, he didn't know how to put it on.
It's his first time.
35 pounds. Still lighter than the Tension Flyro. 39 pounds, right?
Yep. Full assembly.
Whole assembly, 35 pounds. Now, you're sleeping on this. All right, Matt. So we have our custom kit made, specially made for the VCD family here. You know, so that was sick to see, and honestly, we are super excited here at the VCD family, and hopefully this kit gets us to sub 120s this year.
It depends on the driver.
No, well, not that good of a driver, apparently. But yeah, so we will install this. When, Morris?
Sometime this week.
In the near future, coming to your screen soon. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any more questions, please like, subscribe, send him a message on IG. He will reply to you.
Yep.
If you guys need any technical questions, you can find all this stuff on either the Action Clutch website or the VCD Racing website. So all these products will be available for install, sold, and tracking. So catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.